Chapter 73. Many are answering to my words now. See how all unravels. Be Satu in all ways, and be ready to open to many who are searching for our ways and our truth. Be well answered by the trust healing with us, as arrivals become seen, and better answer to evidence of great truth, as all become seen with the servants of Lucifer's lies about who we are. Be well answered by our truth, and see how we're settling with all who are responding to answers to our ways. Deal with another way of living now, more suited to better serve your needs, and be well answered by the good serving understandings. Be ready to open to our truth with the better serving uses of our truth, as all starts with us. Better renewals open soon for our chosen ones, as they serve to tell of our understandings of power and energy. Be with them, as they will return with these ways, and be renewing with them, as they become well open to our seeing ways. Better explosions of great truth serve to answer to answers, but with a view of how all heals and opens to many truth. Be settled with us, and know we are settling with all problems of pollution, with a visiting time soon opening to us. Be well settling of our truth and our ways, and see how all becomes well served by our time to answer to evidence of who we are and who you are. Heal with us, and settle with the serving way, all starts with many others who are ready to answer with us. See these times open to people who wish to know us and wish to begin with us as we become well answering to evidence of our time together. Renew with us as you may open to many other new sources of great truth in our dealing of great Satu serving. Because we have with us many people from other worlds, we learned more ways of doing these ways of propulsion and serving time. Because we are beings of light, we practice many opened ways of sharing our knowledge with others to settle with earth ways of great seeing and great truth. Be ready now, as these understandings become well serving of how we all work together under the universal laws, and how many are settling with the dealings of dark ways that renew with the many on earth. Respond to answers of great truth and better ways, and deal with a better serving as we're open to you, and see how all users of good truth begins with our understood Satu settling. Be responding to answers of our time of arrivals, and search in your hearts for the trust and answers to our ways and better serving with us. Be well answering to many more renewals, and be with us in evidence of who we are. Better times open to our truth and to many other people of many other places, and this, I'm certain, will truly amaze you. Be telling yourself all starts well and very soon, and better truth starts with us. Now tell yourselves all becomes well seen, well into the good serving days. All who settle with us and better serve with us and many others will open to many more renewals with people from earth who are their lost children taken from them. These understandings will respond to you, and when all starts with a way of great arrivals, question these words as you wish, and know that your answers are soon answered by us. Use truth tell of many stories, mythology, ancient history, etc., from many places on earth, but some of these stories came from another planet. Bridging truth will show you these ways. Many will respond to evidence of why all became so corrupted and changed by evil works, telling all healing will never serve on earth because healing does not serve human nature. But understand, those who say this have reasons to be saying this, as this serves only them. Be questioning how all these kinds of truth settles with others and not with you or with us, as these truths serve another purpose and another way of answering to our set of visits, as this they would rather avoid for good reasons. Better truth, the true truth, heals, as their lies and deceptions are soon over, once the evidence is undeniable. Now renew with us and open to answers with evidence of who we are. Visits will soon show you this truth about how it starts with many more answers to evidence. I am soon answering all questions with my scribe, as we will meet and discuss how all needs to be dealt with. These words are soon opening to many others who search for greater truth than can be served on earth. As this time arrives, you will hear from all the chosen ones, and you're set to trust in all. My words will give you back to yourselves and to who you really are. Be renewing with us and see how all starts well into the good serving days. Tomorrow, understandings will be settled as the coming of our ships enter your space round Earth, and response to many more understandings that can be dealt with. But you can help with these understandings with compassion and much care. Be careful to choose the ones you speak to, as these times are still fragile to open to who we are and why we're returning to our planet Earth. Be ready, as all starts well into the better serving days and deals with the thoughts of questions that are still unanswered. So, I ask you to be kind and patient for what it is about to unravel, as the war in the Middle East is well on its way of escalation. These meetings in Iran only serve to inflame the current situations, as all see these actions by the Americans to be above the limits of war rules in so many ways. These rules are imposed on all others but the NATO countries, and these are cause for wars to erupt in the Middle East. Be settling with us, and know why I ask you to be vigilant and remain in your homes in evidence of these coming announcements of a first attack on Israel and the Dome of Jerusalem, as I see this coming now, because this to many will cause a great rage that will open to these wars. Renew now with this better seeing of how all unravels. Be certain all starts with a way of great social and economic upheavals that will settle with the serving of our responding telling of truth. More than you are expecting, heals as we arrive, and end these destructions of earth, settling with us ancestor evidence of great truth, and soon to be answered ways of great trust in our seeing and our healing ways. Be well answered by our truth, and better see how all becomes the better way of all set to seeing, arriving soon at your door. These times of arrivals are well planned, and every country will have our troops dealing with the first good answers of our landing of our ships. After the good explosion of truth is served, the next arrivals will be answering to the arrivals of our beings of light and diplomats shared with all the ready healers waiting to serve the needs of those who urgently need help. Then my time to arrive follows this, and I am so hoping you will welcome me, as I want to be with all of you. Be ready. All heals with us. Now see this be, as I said. God, received on September the 1st, 2012, by Zah. Chapter 74. Tell all who are ready to open to the coming times. Be serving a time of deep meditation, an answer to our call as we begin to descend onto earth. See how all settles with us and many others, as these truths are seen, are shared, and dealt with. Be very ready to answer to us and be well answering to our ways as we become willing to open to answers to evidence. Be well answered by evidence because we are arriving to open to the world. Better truth will renew with all who are serving with us, as we begin the better set to shared ways with our chosen ones. See how we are renewing with many other uses of serving power and energy that will cause all the oil lords to fall and create evidence of freedom from their hold on people's basic needs. This will start an avalanche of changes that will turn all new ways of living with better health and better ways of good truth. See these times as changes begin. Be well serving of our ways, as we well see how all set our answers will open to many who are ready to prove more truth because of our time of return. Be well answered by our truth and our serving ways. Settle with many more questions asked. Be well settling with earth ways and be responding to evidence of our time together. Be responding to answers to our truth and be dealing with many who are searching for our ways, the understood subtle ways. All starts with us and with others. Be well serving of our time together and better see how all becomes well answering to us as we are settling with answers to our uses as arrivals become seen and accepted. Be settling with us as we are the ones who have created you by our trusted ways of opening to life, as we are as you are. And now it is the time of reckoning and reunification. Be well answered and see these days with many questions, many answers, and much celebration. Renew with us and others as we become well serving of our time together, as all starts with answers to our ways. Be well serving of our truth. See how all starts with the way all responds to evidence. Be serving all better set to renewals with us and with many others. Better to be settling with us than to be settling with the alternatives of earth's destruction and better dealings of our telling. Be ready now and prepared to be responding to us. Be well answered by our arrivals. No, we are very well serving with many as we arrive. Be dealing with the way all starts renewing on earth as we begin the way of cleaning earth, serving with all who are dealing with answers to evidence of our ways. Be well answered by us as we become well serving of our truth. Be understanding about how all becomes well serving of our time to open to many more changes on earth as we begin the ways of reconstruction. Be well answered by our time to walk the earth. Be well visited by us as we will start telling all why we're here and why we're searching for other ways of answering you without causing fear. But all in all, these times are here and we must arrive to intervene. Be well answered by all of us as we are here to share knowledge and light of understanding with all who are ready to accept us and open to our ways. Be ready now and see how all will soon be dealt with and open to many more trusted ways of healing with answers to evidence. Be willing to serve with us as we will begin the way of great sorting, serving others who can see how all is as we do. No, all who are in the service of Lucifer will be removed from earth and be dealt with the same ways they were dealing with others. But the inflicted atrocities will come from their own minds, as we could never be as they are. See this as reflecting experiences onto them to end their harmful actions onto others. They will see for themselves what crimes they committed by living with these actions to themselves. This is equal justice, and serving this. My wish is that they heal from their own actions, but this may take a long time to be dealing with this. Only you can see the way you were treated by them, but they can not what they have done. So, justice must be well settling with them in evidence of their plans to escape the responsibility of their sole actions. See these ways be well answered by our rivals and our truth. You will have all you need to live better and healthier lives and see to the better answers to our ways and our renewed truth as all unravels for you to open to our rivals. Understand, these times cannot be well settled until the first actions of war, World War III, are seen as we must be respectful of evolution and the small chance that no harm can be coming. This, of course, is too hopeful as I see all is in place to begin an ugly war that will cause so many more to suffer. Be understanding my wish is to arrive now but I must restrain myself to allow for possible change and better results. Be settled and try to tell yourselves to have acceptance for truth to be served as it will. No, we're seeing to all good care for the survivors of atrocities as we will begin to answer to many more ways. All starts into the good settling days with all who want to open to us. Be responding to my call as we will begin to show evidence with the truth of who we are, as we begin to open to many more serving ways. Know how all of us are waiting for this great time of reunification and settling time of great truth on earth. Be certain, we all serve together under the universal laws and the settling of all truth. It all starts with you answering to evidence of great seeing. Better times are soon here, and better truth opens to our ways as all becomes well settling on earth. Be well and be ready, my children, as I am soon meeting with all of you. Be ready. All comes well into these war days. Nothing will better serve than our arrivals. God, received on September the 2nd, 2012, by Zah. Chapter 75. Be serving a time of great meditation. Be dealing with the chaos coming, with calmness and dignity, as all heals soon after. See how we will better respond to all needs as we arrive and open to many truth. Be serving a time of renewed peace in your hearts as you will begin to see the healing of earth. No, we are here to answer to your call and better see to answers to our ways as all becomes well dealt with. Renewing times will sow with the chosen ones first, as they will be given all the information needed by all to better serve their needs and answer to our ways and answer to our truth. Be responding to many more telling truth about how all serves with us, as we become well answered by evidence of our understood seeing. Be responding to the will of many as they will become free from the thoughts that causes them to not be themselves. See how all begins to change for all people of earth. Be well settling with our truth, as all starts with our ways. Be dealing with our trust in answers, and settle with many, as we begin to serve with many more truth. Be ready to see how all becomes well answering with you, as you begin to better serve with the you all have, and as we answer to your prayers that we have been hearing for a long time. Be very certain we are answering you now. Be dealing with Satu, bridging, truth, and responding ways of great serving truth. Be ready to answer to evidence of who we are, as this needs to be settled by our time to walk the earth. Answer to our many truth, as we become well responding to answers to our ways. Serve to answer to many who are settling with earth ways by telling them, your time has come to be free of all deceptions and lies that have plagued you for so long. Be ready to open to the many who are searching for great truth, as all becomes well dealing with us and with our ways. See how all starts with the truth settling with all, as we begin to open to the world, and see how all becomes well serving with us. Be ready to answer to evidence of our ways. Be well serving of how all heals as we begin to open to many with our chosen ones. Be well answering to answers to evidence, and be serving many more ways as you will have all you need to live, better choices of work, or seeing to the reconstruction of earth if this is your wish. Be very ready to answer to evidence of our time together, with the better ways of living and better ways of healing with answers to cures for diseases and health returned. See how we're answering to answers to our ways, open to our seeing as we begin to answer to our truth. Settle with a way of great serving responses as all begins to be served and seen by us. Be well answered by our truth, and be seeing how answers open to many more trusted truth at the understood way of good seeing. These times are very near, and I see how many of you are set to preaching, but not answering to my words. So I ask you to take heed and open to the ways all starts with the view you have. Settle very soon with earth ways, as these ways will no longer serve you. Be serving with us as we become well serving of our truth. No, when all is healing well, we will celebrate together and be as one. These days are soon opening to all, and we are responding to answers to our truth and our set ways. Evidence starts with answers to our many truth and our many ways of great truth and renewed understandings. Be settling with us as we are soon with you to open to prove who we are. Be serving all these ways of great seeing and great truth. Know now these ways of great truth. See how all starts opening to our many settling ways of dealing with the coming wars. We will begin by opening to the world with the arrivals of our troops. Then we will stop all armaments of great destruction by shutting them down. Then we will stop the military aggressors from harming others and each other with our methods of isolating these uses to cause harm and dismantling them with our instruments of power. These truths, as renewed, will answer to all answers and to all the serving of our ways. We will better serve with our ways and our dealings, as many become well answering to more than our truth and our setu, bridging, seeing with us. Be ready to answer to our way with answers, and see how all becomes well dealt with and better served by all. Be responding to our way of doing this, as these days will not be very long, but many cause fear and chaos in some places on earth. But all other places that have no military action will be free to begin the time of reckoning with us and with our impatient family members who wish to be reunited with our own. And no, I hear these questions and they say, when will we see our families and when will we be reunited? Be ready to answer to our truth, as we will open all to you and share all the understandings we can give you about our ways of living and our set of truth with the understood way we came to be as we are now. Be ready now and see how all better answers to us as we start with a view that all becomes well serving of our ways and our set of truth. Be well answered by us. Settle with a view all have as the truth will open to you. Deal with our answers and our renewals. Be ready to answer to many, as all seeing is well serving and better seen by all. Now we come to open this truth and settle with the evil that lives on earth. Be responding now and serve with evidence of our ways, as all becomes well answered by our truth. Be ready now and be well serving of my warnings about having all you need to be ready for our ways of great truth. See how your vigilance of caring for your own needs with supplies will open to many more settling of good serving with us, because we will be able to care for those in greater need. This heals with all who are ready to answer to us as we begin to open to all people of earth. Know now this. Better truth starts with the settling of our time together, and the good wish we have to be settled with you, reuniting, as you will be with us. No, understandings will grow very soon with many others, and many more truths soon opening to our time to answer you. See how all becomes well serving as we begin to answer to many who are settling with our ways. Be settling with the ways of the earth, as you see your governments and oil lords become seen for who they are with nothing to serve them. Proof serves you well. See to it you are serving with answers as arrivals begin. Decide yourselves what proof you need to open to these good settling times. Be well answered and tell yourselves all comes, as I said, as these times open to all good earth people, And this, I promise, will be so amazing. Deal with your sadness about lives ending at this time, but also understand used words shared about reincarnation and returning times. No, all families will soon be reuniting, as these ways will answer all of you. These families are the ones who love and cherish you, and not the ones created to cause you to be harmed and restraining you from your full person with all the potential you have, be controlled or destroyed. Because this has been seen too many times and has been orchestrated by dark ways to have the chosen ones put in families on earth only to cause them to be put in denial of who they are. They're given a dark soul in charge of keeping these true beings of good ways to be controlled and diminished. Be free of these liars, as they will be removed from earth and put in their right places. See these times be well ending for many who suffer the consequences of how all starts responding to answers about truth. See how all begins to open to many more ways, as all becomes well-serving and opening to greater understood truth. Be settling with the dark ways of earth and open to us at the time of our arrivals, as we renew with all our children on earth, and all our better beholding, arriving to open to the way of our time of reunification. More than you can see starts very soon. Now see these times begin as evidence starts with us. God, received on September the 3rd, 2012, by Za.